What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ College Hockey Special Edition for Halloween 2011. So we do here. We recap hockey on a weekly basis at the collegiate level. Not every night because it's not the NHL, but anyway, I'm gonna kill it with the jokes because those just sucked. Anyway, BC, number one team in the nation, high-scoring offensive team, beat UMass Lowell twice this weekend, 4-2 and 6-3. That's what you want to see out of a high-powered BC team, getting those big conference wins in a good home-and-home series against below-average Riverhawks team. Denver, the number 2 team, went 0-1-1. That's pretty rough shit, losing to Michigan Tech 7-1. And then tying Michigan Tech the next night. It's you got to see better performances on a more consistent basis from a team that, with all the talent that Colorado College has. It's my hair, guys. Don't worry about it. Anyway, Michigan handed the Ferris State Bulldogs their first loss of the season. The 6th-ranked Ferris State Bulldogs. Michigan's a great team, and they'll get even better when defenseman John Merrill returns from the suspension list. Young second-round pick of the New Jersey Devils getting into some trouble in Michigan, and hate to say it, I've followed this kid since I saw him play for the development team 2 years ago against BU, and trouble's kind of followed him everywhere he's gone. He twice fell to the second round in 2010. Hopefully the kid straightens it out because he's second team all CCHA as a freshman, which is unbelievable. 25 points as a freshman defenseman in one of the best conferences in college hockey. That's takes a lot of talent to do that. The Ivy League's opened up with the Ivy Shootout at Dartmouth. Brown lost to Dartmouth, 2-1. Princeton and Yale skated with a 2-2 tie, and that in the Ivy Shootout. And Yale beat Dartmouth in the championship for 2-1. I love watching the Ivies play because I think they're a great combination of highly skilled hockey players and phenomenal academias on ice. And those teams can skate with anyone. Yale's a perennially powerhouse, and Harvard's won a national championship. So, there's plenty of guys. And George Parros played at Princeton, and he's one of the best enforcers in the NHL. So, it's a definite route to the show. Catholic Memorial's Mike Keenan lighting the lamp for Dartmouth in the season opener. Totally like to see Michael. And CM's Mike Collins getting 2 goals against UVM on Saturday night for the 9th-ranked Merrimack Warriors. That's what you want to see. I expect Michael to average right around a point a game with his highly skilled offensive abilities and Merrimack's lack of depth beyond him. So he could be second team All Hockey East if you ask me. That's as I saw. He'll definitely reach it at some point. Big fan of the show. Hi, Michael. Back to our hometown team, the Power Play. Our rousing fan support from members of that team. The Boston University Terriers had a pretty good weekend. They overcame a lot of adversity to go 1-0-1 against UMass Amherst. First game, Friday night at ZooMass. Overcame a 2-0 deficit to skate to a 2-2 tie with Matt Nito and Tahir Gill scoring the 2 goals for the Dogs. Big fan of the Nito's obviously a big fan of the show, but Adam Clendening, another huge fan of the show, getting a big apple on the Nito's goal to cut it to 2-1. And then overcoming a 3-0 deficit to take a 4-3 lead, and then eventually win 5-4 in overtime on Saturday night at Agganis Arena. That I saw most of it on my laptop. Kind of recorded it and watched it yesterday afternoon when I was supposed to be doing homework before the Pats game. But it was an awesome game. I really liked what I saw. Huge fan of the show. Garrett Noonan getting a big Gino to get BU on the board after falling behind 3-0 early, and goals getting scored by Tahir Gill, Charlie Coyle, and Corey Trevino, and then Nito with the OT winner. And Nito's got goals in 8 straight games, which is the longest streak by a Terrier since Chris Drury during Toby Baker winning season. I think it was 98-99. Obviously, Drury was a phenomenal player at BU, and for to be mentioned in the same category as such a phenomenal player is a tremendous honor. This is BU's best team since the 2009 team, and now it's easy to say that because they've missed the NCAA playoffs the last 2 years. But I think this is definitive Frozen Four caliber team. I can draw plenty of comparisons between this year's team and the 2009 team. I look at the blue line the 2009 team had. Gilroy, Warsofsky, Shattenkirk, Greiber was awesome in his own zone. I really thought he was tremendously underrated and definite key cog in that team for sure. He's in the AHL for the Ottawa Senators now. Hopefully he gets to see some time in the show. Reminds me a lot of fellow Ottawa Senator Chris Phillips. He was that kind of guy that could block shots and make hits and make you tough to play against, and that's what you got to do. And the remainder, what was I going to say? And then obviously another thing that both teams have in common is a great first round big center, and the 09 team was Colin Wilson, now the Nashville Predators, and this year it's Charlie Coyle, who's making a name for himself to be a potential All Hockey East candidate this year. They got pretty much. I mean, in terms of key players from the 09 team that are they were freshmen then, they're seniors now. Karen Milan's the one guy that stands out, and the captain Chris Connolly. Both those guys played pretty significant roles. Obviously, Milan was between the pipes, and Connolly played a pretty good top 9 role that year for the Terriers, and that leadership passed on with this year's sophomore class, last year's freshman class. The growing pains they went through last year, you learn through adversity, and they know what they got to do. And like I said, if Milan can play as well as he did his freshman year, I can't see too many teams beating them because they've got that same fixture of talent. And going back to the forwards, they had the Wilson line was awesome. In 09, and they had the Brandon Yip first line that was tremendous, and a lot of those guys are Yip's been up with the Avalanche, and Bonino's been up with Anaheim, and all those guys turned out to be great hockey players in the collegiate level and at the professional level. And I look at in a similar, those were the shotgun guys for Wilson. I look at what Coyle's got around him up front. Gill's a great young had a great freshman year, good sophomore this year. Like I said, Nito's got Chris Drury's 9-game goal scoring streak in sight, and Alex Chierson was the second round pick of the Stars in 2009, another great player. Those guys, if everyone could do that role, I can see them. They're definitely the best team in hockey East. I know all the hypes on BC, but all the hypes on BC last year, and they didn't get it done when crunch time came around. Colorado College went through them like a hot knife on butter. So let's see how it goes. I'm really looking forward to the first BC series, and in December I'm still gonna be down here. It sucks. I'm gonna be home the weekend before. I'll be home the weekend after, but I won't be home for that fucking series. It's kind of unluck of the draw, if you will. But that's pretty much it for the Power Play College Hockey Edition for Halloween 2011. We're gonna see everyone next week.